So I wanted to make a Fakemon Region for quite some time, and I finally decided to start. It is based on the country I'm from, Germany, mainly because I already had a few ideas and concepts in mind and because I see it every day. There will be starter Fakemon, fossils, regional variants, gym leaders, badges and a lot more. And you can help me if you want to. I call this project Fakemon Shift and Gridlock. I am probably gonna talk about that sometimes in the future, but now let's start with the grass starter. I based my design off of the nearly extinct bird called Baldrap. Usually grass starters are based on animals that are already extinct, but I made a change here. The beak reminded me of a plague doctor mask and a Venetian mask, because it's quite colorful but also scary looking. I know there is already a plague doctor Pokémon, but it's pink, which I like, but not with this concept. I didn't base the shape of the first form off of the actual babies of the bird, I just went with the shape I thought was fitting for a starter. I wanted the colors to be on the darker side, because I imagined the final evolution to be grass and dark. However, nothing's set yet. The prototype name right now is called Velorath. It's a mix of carnival, masquerade and death. It sounds kinda cool, but not much like a Pokémon or Fakemon, and it's really hard to say for me. So I knew I wanted to make another rabbit starter, because it's kinda fitting for Germany, and unfortunately fire was fitting the best. I know we just had one, but I didn't really like how they came out, so it's just made another one. And technically it's not just a rabbit, it's a Wolperdinger. It's basically a bunch of animal parts mixed together, like you can see on the reference. I also didn't want the final form to be bipedal. It's gonna look like a bunch of animals mixed together and it will stay on 4 legs. I gave it a flame-like pattern and wanted parts of the body to look like ash or coal. I called it Rebel Mix, which is a fusion of rabbit, mix, and it sounds a bit like Rebel, which reflects its personality. And finally the water starter. There was only really one animal I wanted to use for it, and that's the beaver. I tried to make the region a bit mystical, so each of the starters has its own creepy element. Velorath has the plague doctor and death aspect, Rebel Mix the aspect of unknown creatures, and the water starter has elements of ghosts, like those ghost children on photos. It is a playful Fakemon that just tries to connect with people but often accidentally scares them away. And here we have castized. It fuses the words castor fiber, which is the scientific name for the European beaver, and poltergeist or just geist. which is the German term for ghost. So those were the first beta stages. You can tell me what you think about them in the comments. I'm totally open for name changes or your ideas on the designs. What you think can be done better or different. Maybe you see another unifying theme that I have missed or that would fit them. Now I show you what I imagine the evolutions to look like. The drawings are just first draft and roughly colored in, nothing is final yet. The second stage of Battle Wrath is standing upright and is just not as cute as before. The final stage has a beak that looks more like a plague doctor or Venetian mask. The neck is supposed to look like leaves, and as you have seen while drawing, these birds have some kind of colorful feathers, so I incorporated that. However, this design just looks like a cartoon bird, so I need a bit help. For the typing I thought about grass and dark. Next up, the second and third stage of the fire starter. It's not bipedal, I wanted it to be on all four and to look kinda monstrous. In the second stage, the wings were inspired by a phoenix. Its claws and horns are made out of coal, and the bottom half of the markings are supposed to symbolize lava. In the final stage, I made the wings completely out of ash to reference the Rise from the Ashes theme. And I gave it a lion's mane, not sure why, I just did. Please let me know what you think about this design. And last and unfortunately kinda least, the second stage of the water starter. I had a third one too, but it looked bad, so I deleted it right away after drawing it. It now has legs, don't know if I want to keep that. The markings around the eyes are supposed to be simplified ghosts, and the spots on the back and on its tail can be seen as skeleton parts. And I give it a glowing orb. Yeah, the final stage will be water ghost, that's why it looks like it's floating. If you have any ideas, please let me know in the comments. In the rare case that any of you actually has like drawn concept ideas, you can send them to me via my Instagram account for this channel, not the private one please. They are linked in the description if you want to send any ideas or to see the full Pokédex. At the end, I wanted to mention the creators that inspired me to start this project. Those videos shown right here and their channels will also be in the description. Everyone is doing the best, so please be kind, and if you like Fakemon, check them out. I hope you enjoyed the video. I've never done something like this before, I hope it was okay for the first time. I also usually don't speak in English, so sorry for that. Also, most important question, which starter would you choose?